What's happening, sports fans? We hope you guys are doing well. We got another great top recruit to talk to right now, Alyssa Moreno from Brawley Union. She is going to be running cross country and track and field because every distance runner is just glutton for punishment and wants to do two sports of that in college. She's going to be running that at UC Riverside next year. She just recently committed, so congratulations. Why this decision? Why Riverside?
Thank you. And well, initially, I wasn't sure where I was going to end up. I thought I was going to stay at my local community college so I could be close to my family. But then I got in touch with Coach Hansen, who's a cross country and distance coach. And I started looking more into Riverside, and it just seemed like a great fit. I still have some relatives around, and it's pretty close. And they have a great, like a medical school too that I'd like to get into. So it seemed like a great fit.
Okay, so you mentioned medical. I don't talk to a ton of kids that know specifically what they want to do, but I feel like I'm on a hot streak today of talking to the most organized and like forward-thinking kids. So you mentioned medical. What kind of medical do you want to get into?
Well, I'd like to go into obstetrics or pediatrics to become a doctor. And so that's my goal for my career.
I applaud you. I applaud anybody that wants to work in the medical field, but surgeries, emergency rooms, children's, everything like that. You are a much more altruistic person than I am. So thank you in general for that. It seems like that has to feel pretty good when you can find something that's athletics, academics, and it all kind of comes together. What was the final thing that really sealed the deal for you, feeling like Riverside was your spot?
Well, when I was talking to my teammates there, they're kind of just describing how like they go into training and races and everything, and I just thought like I would really love to run in college. So just the fact that I'd get to do both there, it just like hit me, and I
So
yeah, I'm just
I was not a particularly athletic person. I played baseball. I walked to my position and back. So the distance running thing just doesn't make sense to me in general. What makes it so much fun? I mean, I've talked to a ton of cross country kids and I ask them all the same question. What's that sweet spot of this sport that's either, kind of the similar thing to hitting a home run or a slam dunk or scoring a touchdown? What's that part of distance running that you're like, this is why I do this. This is why this is my thing. I love this part of it.
so a lot goes into it from practices, getting to be around the people. Like I have very amazing coaches and teammates and supporters, so just getting to be around that environment really makes me want to do it more. And then the what gets like the sweet spot, I guess, in races and just all races, whenever the you get to that final stretch, you see the finish line after going through such a difficult course. Right when you cross it, you just get this amazing feeling, and that's what really keeps me going.
Well, obviously, you've crossed enough of those finish lines in good enough standing that the next level is inviting you. So I will entirely take your word for that because if it was more than one lap, I'd have bowed out. I'd be like, nah, I'm good, thanks. I'll take the L on this one. So being a two-sport athlete, though, because you're going to do that cross-country season, you're going to do that track season, I feel like it's kind of difficult, almost more difficult for you guys to I don't even know how to say. Is the season just more difficult to stay in shape all year long because your body is your sport and you always have to be in shape all season long, all year long? Talk about the grind that it takes to have to be in shape all season for both sports.
Yeah, so throughout summer, you're training for cross country, and you have like different types of training, of course. Well, you're doing like more miles in the summer to prepare, and then during season you get into more like different types of workouts. So then you have that for cross country, and then throughout winter you're training for track. So I guess between seasons, you have to take a little break so your body can rest and be prepared for season.
What have you been up to? I'm sure you're going to say that you've been running plenty because that seems to be a big part of your life. But what have you been up to for the last 2 months when you're stuck at home?
Well, I've just been spending a lot of time with my family. I'm very family oriented, so we do a lot of little activities like we'll like cornhole or little games here and there, and we'll bake and cook.
Okay, so what little games, have you gotten really, really either good at or competitive at? Like, what are we talking? Can you cornhole blindfolded? Are you that accurate now? Have you spent that much time playing it? What have you gotten really,
um,
really good at?
well, definitely, I think I've improved a lot in cornhole from the beginning. We have little challenges where like we'll use our opposite arm or things like that. And let's see, another game we play. Well, we have like a lot of water balloon fights. I think my aim is getting a lot better.
Okay, so
So,
what goes into a good water balloon? Do you like the ones that are like, because I feel like I always overfill them and you can't quite throw them right. Walk us through like what is the perfect water balloon for a good water balloon fight?
so you can't have them too small or they're harder to pop. I think if you make them a little bigger, that's a good water balloon. And a little trick my sister taught me to make sure that it pops on the person is you bite a little hole into the top, and then when you throw it, it'll be sure to pop on them. So
Now, are you at the level where you're using the full, like you've got the whole like multiple water, you just plug it in and it fills multiple water balloons? Are you filling them by yourself one at a time? Do you fill them and the sister ties them? How competitive are we talking about in these water balloon fights?
well, usually we'll get the regular ones that you have to do them yourself. I think that's pretty fun too because while you're doing that, you get each other wet. Like you just pop a balloon on. I'll pop a balloon on my sister while we're making them, and
I mean,
yeah,
it's been
that's what.
hot. It's been hot enough the last couple of days and weeks that it's probably just like pop it on yourself too.
Yeah.
I feel very, very envious of everybody that is stuck at home with either a pool or something like yourself, where they've had to do that. I had to Amazon a slip and slide just to have something to stay cool the last couple of days. You mentioned baking. What are some of the things that you bake? I mean, are you cookies and cakes and that, or are you baking more like fantastic? Like you're trying all sorts of new things you've never made before.
Well, sometimes I'll make cookies and cupcakes there, but I do try to look for recipes. Like I'll make muffins, or I made a pumpkin spice roll the other day and it tasted really good. So I think I'm getting better at that
Ooh, a
too.
pumpkin spice roll. Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
We might have to if this quarantine thing continues for too long, we might have to have you back on for a cooking show. Would you be willing to share some of your cooking expertise and maybe make
Oh
those for
yeah.
us? Deal. Look, we're all in kind of an unprecedented times when we don't have sports. We're all looking for things to pay attention to. That kind of being said, what have the last 2 months been like for you? I feel like it went from Friday, it was, hey, we'll see you in 2 extra weeks, to now it's prom and graduation, and everything is just kind of taken away from you. So I know that's kind of a heavy loaded question, but a complete free answer. What have the emotions of the last 2 months been like for you?
So definitely in the beginning, it didn't feel real. Like I thought, okay, this is gonna pass. We'll be back in school and we'll get to go through everything. I thought my track season was gonna be here. I was working so hard, I was pretty upset to hear that it was canceled. But um, I was also looking forward to grad night and a graduation. But I guess it's for the better. I want everything to get better, people to recover, and so I was pretty upset, but also grateful that I get to be with my family more and we can do more things together. So yeah.
Now, different schools are handling graduation ideas differently. I've heard a couple of proposed drive through the stadium type, everybody wave out of their car, or an online graduation, or come back later in summer, or just no graduation at all. What is the situation right now out at Brawley?
I'm not quite sure, but I think it's going to be virtual.
Okay. Do you
So
want that? Do you want to drive through? Would you do you want the drive through the stadium laps? Do you just not even at this point care about graduation? You're just like, I'm on to college. What are you thinking there?
I think it'd be okay to just yeah, do it online. I guess I'm just looking towards college now.
Well, and I feel like everybody was kind of like initially like, oh, online school's kind of cool. I don't mind getting up as early. It's like you get to sleep in a little bit more. Things are going well. And then they're like, wait, how is this other stuff going to work? Like, we're all just going to sit at home with our cap and gowns in front of a Zoom. And then like, no, let us go. Let us get on to that next level. And
Yeah.
onto that next level you will be going next year. So this is the part of the interview where we ask everyone to stay at least 6 feet away from her, but give her a round of applause, a salute, a pat on the back, a tip of the cap, whatever. I don't know who wears caps still. I don't know what. We'll slash that one on the next interview. But a thank you for entertaining us for the last couple of years with your athleticism and all your endeavors, and for representing us at the next level for all 4 years. Folks, a lot of these seniors they just need a thank you, a congratulations, some positive wishes, because like she said, it all got taken away very, very quickly. So thank you so much for being on with us. Congratulations, sports fans. Stay safe. We'll talk to you guys next time.